The red terror threat level was cancelled in 14 regions of Kazakhstan, the country's National Security Committee announced. However, the critical red threat level remains in the city of Almaty, as well as in Almaty and Jambal regions. According to the National Operational Headquarters for Counterterrorism, the operation is underway there to identify and detain terrorists and individuals involved in criminal actions during mass riots. The state of emergency was lifted in 3 regions of Kazakhstan. The country's president, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, signed the corresponding decree. This applies to West Kazakhstan, North Kazakhstan, and Pavlodar regions. The nationwide state of emergency was introduced in Kazakhstan on January 5th due to riots. Meanwhile, the time of curfew has changed in the Almaty region. It will now be in effect from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. The mission of the CSTO collective peacekeeping forces in Kazakhstan has been completed. A phased pullback of the contingent has begun. It will take 10 days, according to the deadline set by the head of state. Russian-led troops were the first to leave Almaty. Their mission in Kazakhstan is now complete. The send-off ceremony for the peacekeeping forces took place on the parade ground of the Military Institute of the Ground Forces. Kazakh Minister of Defense expressed his gratitude to the peacekeepers. About 100 flights by military transport aircraft were provided for the withdrawal.
Перед вами в эти дни стояла простая и важная цель.
These days, you had a simple and important goal: to assist the fraternal country in ensuring security, stability, protection of sovereignty, and territorial integrity, and you fulfilled this mission with dignity.
И вы с честью выполнили эту миссию.
За короткий промежуток времени вы смогли обеспечить безопасность
In a
граждан.
short period of time, you managed to ensure the safety of citizens, help stabilize the situation, and ensure the uninterrupted functioning of vital facilities. The damage to business in Kazakhstan during the riots amounted to almost 104 billion tenge, according to the Atameken National Chamber of Entrepreneurs. 1,615 affected entities were recorded in 11 regions of the country. More than 1,500 entrepreneurs in Almaty suffered the most losses. Once the police recorded the damage caused to them, many business people began to restore their boutiques, shops, and other facilities.
Мы сейчас, вы видите, восстанавливаем все стеклопакеты.
As you can see, we are currently restoring showcases. We are working very hard. Our goal is to resume trade operations, because everybody needs to feed their families and pay loans. We can resume our activity only with the permission of the state authorities. For this purpose, we have just recorded everything on video. It gives us the right to continue cleaning and restoration work.
Продолжить уборку, восстановление.
According to the damage assessment rules, entrepreneurs need to submit an application with a photo and video proof and indicate the amount of damage on the infokazakhstan.kz website. The Atameken National Chamber of Entrepreneurs reported. After that, they will be visited by a commission of appraisers.
Это официальные оценщики с лицензией из Палаты оценщиков Казахстана. Эти оценщики уже имеют методику.
They are official experts that have a license from the Kazakh Chamber of Appraisers. They already have an assessment methodology, which is also used in Ukraine and Kyrgyzstan for similar events. Once the financial loss is confirmed, the fund will compensate it to these entrepreneurs upon submission of all necessary documents.
Этим предпринимателям именно финансовая сумма будет возмещена от фонда.
In the meantime, about 1 billion tenge had already been received by the fund to support the affected businesses. It was opened on the initiative of Kazakh entrepreneurs. The Atameken National Chamber of Entrepreneurs informed that everyone can donate there. All data on the movement of money are publicly available. In turn, the fund's supervisory board, which consists of 30 entrepreneurs, will control the distribution of each tenge. The citizens' demands have been heard and their hopes will be justified, says Kazakh political analyst Yerik Batarkhanov. In his view, there will be no class division in the country's future. A program to increase the income of the population will facilitate it. President of Kazakhstan, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, is the initiator of this project. The results will not keep people waiting, Batarkhanov believes.
Меня очень обрадовало то, что будет новый фонд, который не будет ни при администрации президента, ни при правительстве.
I was very happy to learn that a new fund would be created and that it would not work either under the presidential administration or under the government. It will be a people's fund to help our citizens. I would also like to mention the new special program for teachers. I support the initiative of our president that it is necessary to continue work on such special projects as the first job and youth internship program. The head of state is well aware of the citizens' heavy debt load and that they are unable to fulfill their obligations to banks for various reasons. Therefore, he gave instructions to develop or continue the work on the legislation on the bankruptcy of individuals.
Было дано поручение там разработать или продолжить уже работу. Этот вопрос поднимался о банкротстве физических лиц.
It is planned to open 5 branches of prestigious foreign universities in Kazakhstan in the coming years. 2 of them, which offer technical degrees, will be opened in the west of the country. Head of State Kassym-Jomart Tokayev instructed to develop a special program to attract the best teachers to the regions and allocate targeted grants for young people. The Oral universities mark the need for new innovative training programs because there is an abundance of humanities professionals in the country.
Көп жылдан бері мүмкін қажет та болар. Біздер басындау комментарий болды.
We have given preference to the humanities for many years, but as the president of the country said, the current times demand specialists in the nuclear and electric power industry, which are not enough in the country.
Баламалы энергетика бар, бірақ та электрик мамандар жетпейді.
Agro-Technical University in the city of Oral is ready to provide a base for a branch of a foreign university. This will bring the level of local education in the world's leading universities and help to train skilled professionals.
Сондықтан шетелдің университеттерін осы жерге бізге.
By attracting foreign universities to our country, we will be able to acquire new knowledge. They can also share new technologies with our universities. I think it is easier to invite foreign specialists to our country than to send our students there.
Себебі студентті ойқа жібергенше, оданша олардың мамандарын шақырған жеңіл.
Improving the quality of knowledge, human capital, reducing youth unemployment, and supporting youth business initiatives will be among the tasks of the new government. 9,122 cases of the coronavirus infection were detected in Kazakhstan in the past 24 hours. The capital still sees the highest single-day count by far. 5,118 people caught the infection here in the last day. The city of Almaty came next with more than 1,200 registered COVID-19 patients. Karaganda region came third with 669 infected. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the number of coronavirus cases recorded in the country has exceeded 1 million. According to the Kazakh Health Ministry, over 35,000 patients in the country are currently receiving treatment. More than 3,800 of them are in hospitals. The number of fully vaccinated people with 2 components has approached 8,586,000 in Kazakhstan to date. The epidemic situation is deteriorating in the regions of Kazakhstan. According to the country's health ministry, the outbreak of new COVID-19 cases is happening due to the spread of the Omicron variant. The Akmola region has already prepared 3,000 reserve beds. In addition to the main stock of drugs, a reserve of medicine worth about 50 million tenge was prepared in infectious diseases hospitals. There are currently about 400 coronavirus patients in the hospitals in Karaganda region. More than 20 of them are in intensive care. 2 are on a ventilator. Hospitals' beds in the Mangostar region are occupied by almost a third. At present, the largest number of infected people is reported in the city of Aktau. The epidemic situation in Atara region is also worsening. It entered the red zone. The COVID-19 restrictions were tightened there again. An increase in the infection rates is observed in Aktobe, Qazlorda, and Turkestan regions. Doctors say vaccination is the only way to fight the dangerous virus.
Түркістан облысына 1,46,130 доза вакцина жеткізілген. Бірінші компонент бүгін 99-да.
A total of more than 1 million doses of the vaccine were delivered to the Turkestan region. The first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine was administered to 99% of the population. This is over 1 million people. 98% of the population were inoculated with a second dose of the vaccine. 4,952 people received a booster shot.
952 адам, яғни 15,3% толық 3 компонентпен қамталды.